Yo, what up? It's Aaron Moses. I'm feeling nutritious, making love to these witches. And you already know I'm trying to get that following like King Solomon. So make sure that you hit that like button, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell button. Now, this is for all my people who have jobs, people who get up every day and go to work. Stop making yourself so comfortable, man. That's the one thing that I really dislike about having a job. Now, I'm thankful for my job, however, but at first, I thought I disliked the complainers because there's nothing more that I like less. I mean, there's nothing more that I dislike than somebody who complains about everything, especially situations that they put themselves in. But at the same time, what I dislike more, even though I just said I don't like anything less, but what I dislike more than people who complain is people who try to be comfortable in jobs that are not serving their purpose in their lives, which is to motivate them to never have a job for the rest of their lives and take charge and have more dominion in their lives. Okay, that's one thing that my dad did teach me when I worked at McDonald's, like I told you, when I was in that alternative school, like I told you, do not be comfortable where you are because that's not where you're supposed to be. If you become too comfortable, you might just get trapped. You might just look up and be working there for 10 years without ever pursuing anything that you actually love. So stop being so comfortable in these jobs. Hold on, let me turn this light up a little bit. Open these curtains. Stop making yourself so comfortable in these jobs. Why you have all these friends? Why are you associating with specific people? Why are you going to the bar with these people who are planning on working where you don't want to work for the rest of their lives? Not saving. They don't have any investments. They don't even read. See, the thing about it is the reason why I named it this video what I named it is because this is a war tactic, bro. And the thing about it is people ask my mom why she taught me to speak like this. They ask me why I speak like this because this is war, bro. That's why. That's why. Okay? One of the best tactics, beside, I'm not talking about that Sun Tzu, the best way to win a war is to avoid it. Not that. If it's too late, if it's already popped off, what you have to do is use your enemy's tools against them. Okay? If you want to be a criminal, you know what you have to do? You know what your best weapon will be? The law, knowing the law, knowledge of the law. Okay? Learning what these politicians know. Okay, for example, I'm reading a book by Donald Trump right now. I have like 5 or 6 of his books, and it's not entrepreneur. One of his books. It's one of the Donald Trump University books, right? One of his authors says, if you take all the money in the world and divide it amongst everyone in the world equally, within 5 years, everyone is going to be exactly where they were before the money got distributed equally. Do you know why? Because this is a mental game, because they already know what to do. You could give somebody all the money in the world. Eventually, they're going to come back to the same state if they haven't learned anything. Okay, and the whole thing about it is, I'm going to quote one of my mentors, Ram Hotep. You have to be freed from the prison. You cannot escape. Even if you escape, you're still going to be a fugitive. You have to learn the law. You have to free yourself with the law, with the rules. You have to learn them. You have to master them. People always say, well, I know how to do this. I know how to do this. I'm still impoverished. Bro, you have a master's degree, which is your genetics, your body, your health, your brain, your soul. You have the master's degree. But do you have a mastermind? Do you have a master's plan? I already got my plan. And if you want to ride the elevation wave, you let me know because I'm looking for a team right now. Okay? But the best way to disarm your enemy is to use their own tools against them. Much like that technique that firefighters use to put out fires in the forest. They light a smaller but as powerful fire, and then the two fires suck up all the oxygen in the surrounding area, and they both go out. Okay, if you if you work at a job you don't want to work at, the best thing that you can do is isolate yourself. Make sure that you are uncomfortable as heck, just like going to jail. Just like I told you guys, the worst thing about going to jail is being comfortable with going to jail, because what's going to stop you from going to jail? You already know what to do and what not to do, and you're already used to people telling you when to do certain things and not having a refrigerator, not being able to do specific things. When you get comfortable with working a job, it destroys you. And now, if you have a job that's not low vibe, that's not, you got to do what you got to do. But at the same time, the best thing you can do, distance yourself, make yourself uncomfortable, but learn still at the same time. If you want to go into business, for example, learn the infrastructure, learn the intimacies of what it takes to run that business. When I worked at Smashburger, that's what I did. Okay, I would get closer to the managers, and they would ask me to do certain managerial duties, and I'd be looking at these numbers like, what? This patty costs 50 cents, but they sell it for $5? What? This, and this? It's just certain things, the little psychological tricks that they use, putting the managers in brown and the workers in red and the top manager in black. Like, it's just certain things that you should be learning. You need to be not just making yourself uncomfortable, because eventually you're just going to blow up and quit and just not have a job. What you need to be doing is developing that master plan. You need to be collecting these books. You need to be reading. You need to be putting $20 aside every check and buying a book with it, or getting some kind of course. Okay, the best way, one of the best ways, like I told somebody that the best way for you to go into war is with a mindset as if you had nothing to lose. That's no, that's incorrect. And I purposely told that person that because I know how that person is. The best thing that you can do is to get somebody, one of the best things you can do is to get somebody to destroy themselves. And the rules and the laws are all out there, they're all accessible. If you go to war with somebody who doesn't care if they lose or win, or live or die, or lose everything except for their spirit being in their body, they're gonna do they're not gonna be able to think clearly. They're not gonna do things that are practical for them to be doing. They're eventually gonna exhaust all their resources and tire themselves out, and then they're gonna end up putting themselves in the position that they need to be put in order to lose. Okay? What needs to be happening is you need to be observing these laws. Okay, everybody keeps complaining about how these secret societies, this secret societies holding us down, and they put this in the water, they put that in the water. Bruh, they told you that. How do you think you know that? Number one, all the laws are accessible to you. Whether you know the legal jargon or not is one thing, but there's also law dictionaries. There's also legal dictionaries. There's ways that you could go around a lot of things. There's pretty much a law that you could use to break any law you want. Pretty much. Am I telling you to break the law? No, I'm absolutely not. But what I'm saying is, you have to take these tools. If you want to be what you want to be in the street, you have to know that you need to become what you are right now, but legally, which is a politician. You have to transform yourself. You have to grow up. You have to know what you're doing. And that's the reason why my mother taught me to speak like this. Why? Because whether or not we would have escaped the grips of the south side of Chicago, I would have already had an advantage over my peers just through how I communicate my ideas to the world. Simple. That's a part of a master's plan. That's something that you have to premeditate. She might not have had me on purpose, but she already knew. That was already a part of her plan. She probably was thinking about this for years. You know how females do. But it has to be inside you, man. You have to set these goals. You have to be practical yet creative. marketable yet unique, and find somebody who has done what you've done and essentially copy what they did, but tweak it to your liking because everything that already exists because it's practical. Everything that is practical has already been in existence. There are no secrets, only those unwilling to seek. Facts. So stop making yourself so comfortable in your foolishness and your pomper ways. Stop it. Stop shucking and jiving at work. Don't do that. It's not gonna get you anywhere but where you are right now. Being stagnant, being loud, happy, playing music, smoking on your breaks. Don't even smoke on your break. Make yourself as uncomfortable as possible. Get home and self educate. It's that simple, man. Whatever the enemy is using, master that. Learn that. Get it yourself. Obtain it. And learn how to use that. That's all you gotta do, man. That's all you gotta do, man. Get a team, man. Get a team. Learn a little bit of astrology. You know, read Mein Kampf. Learn about Putin, Donald Trump. Download the Al Qaeda training book. It's only 176 pages. Start reading any and everything to escape your situation. You don't even have to know what you want to do immediately. Just read, bro. Just read about business. Just read about financial literacy. Just read about war. Just read about marketing. That's what I'm doing, man. That's absolutely what I'm doing. Because every time I get a job, what's the first thing I say? This is going to be my last job I ever have. I'm going to come up. I'm going to be an entrepreneur. And what happens? Hello? Yes, this is Aaron Hester. I'm available. 2:30 is good. Yeah. All right. Bring a copy of my resume? Okay, fine. All right, perfect. Thank you. Bye. I'm about to get that month. Every time, bro. Every time. You see how I did that? You see how I turned it on, turned it off? Every time, man. Every time. But that's it, guys. That's absolutely all I have to say. It's Aaron Moses. I'm the band, you the man, we the band together. Make sure that you hit that like, share, comment, subscribe button, and the bell so you can get a notification on all my videos. Dabbing. Again, I was feeling real nutritious. I still am. I'm about to make love to some wishes. I'm trying to get that following like King Solomon. So make sure that you like, share, comment, subscribe. And when you do comment, make sure you let me know where you came from: Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram. That's it. Peace.